Welcome to this nice view. Figure something out. I feel like it should be possible to figure something out.
Sweetest77 says looks amazing. Heard you guys having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun. Definitely. So we've been just trying to orient it here. You can get a necklace with cool designs on it. And gemstones. Oh, that's kind of pretty. It's a lot of resources. It's 365, yeah. you can't wave at us.
Let's carry an entire PC tower and nuclear power station on our back.
Snapper turtle to play. Oh, wow. That's a big one. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Hi. I have a chat that thinks your cosplay look really amazing. And I just wanted to tell you guys. That's all. Oh crap, I was trying to carry the stone home and got caught here. Did they import it from Egypt? Yeah. It's like Murica. So I'm pretty cool. Yeah. So I died, and then I get sacrificed. And then we're traveling on Bifrost. Not Bifrost. Is it Bifrost? I can't remember. And then we're drinking with the gods. What up? This looks weird.
Yeah, like they have good stuff.
Yeah, it's quality.
Yes.
Hold it fast. Wow, til mig. Det er vigtigt, at I får en god billede.
Bum bum. Hello. This I. The guy with the bright lights and a microphone that sounds probably like it's super far away because it is. I might need to plug in the wireless mic. The high setup, high chroma. A bit of a different stream because I'm an impatient child and I want to mess with things. So that's what we're doing. Strip everything out of the old backpack. We got the camera set up for it, so there's that. I feel like I have to yell. Maybe I do need to set up. Do that with this thing. Stop throwing expensive equipment on the floor. This might be loud. Cover your ears. One, two, testing. I think that's okay. Maybe. Okay. Let me know if the audio is awful. But I think we got it somewhat figured out then. Because the wireless mic, it might sound lower quality and it's going through the capture card, so who knows. But it's better than me yelling at a microphone that doesn't pick me up half the time. And I can actually see chat. It's so weird having my previews. All three of them. Hell yeah. So, what I was saying is, I want to take... So this is the new backpack. Which is real nice. It's got a lot of volume, as you can tell, because it's super dark on the camera, so that's great. Right, there you go. Super big backpack, super tons of space. So we're going to be using that for IRL streaming from now on, I think, because it also has more padded and more awesome shoulder straps and the waistband to distribute weight on the hips. So there is that. So, I've already had some of the stuff taken apart because every time I charge, I take out the... Can we really not get some proper lighting? Or is it just because of how black this thing is and how much it shines through on the other one? Maybe? Maybe? Okay. Backwards menu, yay. That's how it goes when we do this stuff. That's somewhat better. It's a lot of exposure, but it's because the black backpack sucks out all of the light of the frame, so you'll have to bear with that for a second. So what I have here is my modem, which is a Netgear Nighthawk M1. It's super cool, gives me all the information I need when we're out streaming. How much battery I have, how much data we've used, how many things is connected, how much signal, all of that. And it's completely off the grid in the sense that it's just a wireless modem. Normally it's plugged in with the Ethernet cable to my box, so I'll have to set that up. I've got an encoder, which is basically like a custom built encoder that runs the BelaBox software. Can you focus camera, please? No? It's okay. Lighting is terrible. Can I fix? Hello, live streams. The chaos is real. You can tell I'm used to working with natural light, because then we don't have to worry about all of this fun stuff. Yikes. There you go. Now you can tell. So it's basically just a custom built box that is it's housing a Jetson Nano. I'm not going to take it apart and show you guys because there's no point of me doing that. But it's got 2 fans inside and it gets really nice and warm and toasty when we're out streaming, so there's that. So we need to make sure that wherever we put it in the new backpack, it has proper ventilation, or at least some ventilation. The same thing goes with the Netgear. The Netgear is really awful at distributing heat, so it's the biggest problem I've had with it, is the heat. I think we're done in this compartment. I'm just going to strip this because I need the wires. But yeah, there's nothing interesting down here at all. I actually wonder if it's better if I turn off this light, because it seems like it's causing issues. That might be slightly better. We can turn it on in a second anyways. Hello darkness, my old friend. I've got the heart rate monitor, we don't need that right now. Got my camera, Sony AS300 action cam. It's a very nice camera. We've got an extra lens for the camera you're currently looking at, or through, I should say. I'm not sure if we're going to need that in the future, but hey. And then the main power bank of the entire setup is this lovely MaxWell. I think it's Maxwell, or is it MaxOak? MaxOak, which I can't make it focus on, but whatever. 50,000 milliamps of power with some good outputs. Gives me 20 volts, 12 volts, and all of that fun stuff, as well as different amperages and voltages for USB. I usually run it in the, what does it say? The output of 2.1 amps for the Jetson Nano, because it needs a lot of power. We've got my lovely Ethernet cable that we're gonna have to like fix to the new backpack. And other than that, I don't think there's anything else left on this backpack. Like, that's it. I used to have a speaker on it. Oh yeah, we can't forget about this one. I did used to have a speaker on it. But we stopped using that because there's no point of that. So what I have here is like a, I believe it's called the Stuntman camera mount for your backpack. Let me move this out of the way so you can actually see. Which is, it's basically just another camera mount on a, like, and then you can just strap it to your shoulder strap, which works really great. Can be difficult to get it level though. So, I mean, all in all, it's pretty simple. There's not many moving parts to it, because we've cut those down a lot. So there is that. I'm pretty sure this is the worst reflective aluminium table I could have ever chosen to do a stream like this, but hey, you live and you learn. Especially when you have a background or black items. Obviously, there's a few parts actually missing because right now you guys are watching the stream through my secondary camera, which is also the most expensive, which is hilarious. But we're actually missing a few cables. There's the HDMI cable that goes into the cameras, which is used, I think it's called mini HDMI to HDMI. And then the HDMI is plugged into a cam link. And that cam link is then plugged into the Jetson Nano via USB 3. USB-C cables and Ethernet cables and all of that fun stuff for charging and running the network as well. Let me just rearrange some stuff here so I can get room for the backpack. I hope the audio is not too terrible. I'm actually not sure how it sounds, because when I tested it didn't sound horrible, but you know, I move around, I knock to my microphone, do all the fun stuff. I had to get something to cut the cable ties. I don't actually have scissors in here. Let me grab my scissors. If I can find them. I had them just a minute ago, so I don't know where they are. Oh, I see them. And yeah, I know what you're saying. You might be like, scissors to cut cable ties? Are you crazy? These scissors are fucked. So it's fine. It is fine. These scissors have had a good life. Now they're dead. Okay. I mean, there's not much else to do than try to figure out where to put what in the new backpack. Can I zoom out again? Oops, wrong way. So I was thinking that a good place to put some of the stuff would be this outer compartment. I'm not sure if I can put anything behind this mesh. I don't think that would be possible. I need the modem to go somewhere where I can have some sort of air ventilation if possible. The Jetson Nano I'm not too worried about. Obviously it needs to fit inside of the actual compartment itself. And it's going to be with the power button downwards, so that this is going to be facing upwards. That way I have access to all the ports that I need to have access to. I think that is a bit worrisome is the corners of this. They're quite sharp, so I might need to pad them up with some foam or something if possible. Come on, adjust with the white balance please, and exposure and whatnot. Because I don't want it to tear through the fabric of the backpack if it gets tight. But I think it might actually fit perfectly inside this pocket, which is ridiculous, but great. question is, I'm pretty sure this won't fit, right? Yeah, there'll also be an awkward angle. See, the problem is a lot of these parts are not necessarily meant to be used in the way that we're using them. But if I have the... So what I'm doing is I'm putting the battery down at the bottom here in the second compartment. And it might have enough room, but maybe I need to have it on the upside like this. And then I could possibly have my modem next to it somehow. Although I'm a bit worried about doing that because the modem is very heat sensitive, like I said. And I don't want it to be stuck in between too many things. Ah, it's just a tad too big. Just a tiny tad too big. There's like some pockets up here. Damn, this light is really not helping us, is it? Maybe if I... Maybe if I switch my tactics a bit. Yoink! Can I reach? Nope, I can't reach that one. Actually, the light how it is right now is pretty good. So much for fancy lighting, boys and girls. Hum. So yeah, what I was trying to do was this pocket up here. There's like some mesh pockets on the outside, and I was thinking if we were lucky, this would slide just right in there and fit like perfectly, but it's just a tad too big. Just a tiny bit too big. Ooh, that's almost like unfolding a suitcase, holy crap. It's like a suitcase on your back. And this seems like it's might also even be somewhat water repellent. I think the big compartment I'm gonna leave out of this discussion already because it's a big and nice compartment for everything but small electronics. So we're just gonna zip that one up. Damn. I mean, it would be nice. The only issue is I'm gonna have to do cabling outside, and I really don't enjoy that because it's just ugly, and it's at the same time it's also kind of dangerous because it gets stuck on shit and it might pull the cable and then it just goes haywire everything, and it's just not good. But I think we're pretty settled on that this box could go in this pocket here, like that. Jetson Nano. I think that's all right. It just bothers me that I think this one was the one I was using for the Jetson. So I found out with the help of Rational Sale that your power cables for the Jetson Nano is extremely important, because if that thing gets just the wrong amount of power at any given point, it'll just shut itself off and die on you, which is not super fun. Do I have, which way is the fan? The fan is on the right. So I preferably would like the fan to not be blocked by anything. So maybe if I have a cardboard I can insert, so like I can fill out this space but still have the airflow. I just have a very, very, very bad feeling about if I'm putting the modem in that pocket, because that's just gonna be bad. Like, extremely bad. What we could do, however, is we can take, just clicking this in for now so I have an idea of like where to do the cabling. Would this fit in here? Oh, that would actually be bad. Fuck, man. Okay. I mean, I can get the battery to stay inside, right? In the sense that the battery would fit into that pocket just slight with a, like, that's okay. But then I need the cables, and that's where the plan starts to fail. Is I need this cable to be in the 2.1 amps, and then it needs to just reach back down inside itself here, like that. Come on, you can do it. The fun thing about USB cables is you look at them and then you're like, oh, that's the right way to put it in, and then you look at them and again and you're like, oh, that's opposite, and so forth. So then there's these streams shattered. Obviously I can stuff this inside, but you'd have that one USB sticking up. Like, I don't wanna force it closed on that, because then. But then again, if I have this modem up here, and then every now and then we need to, like, I'm gonna have to get cables to run down inside from up there anyways, if we're doing it this way. So let's do them all the same way, so they all run to the left. Plug that in right there, if I can. Ethernet cable have the same issues as USB apparently. We'll cable tie these up later so that they'll become nice and snug and not floppy wires everywhere. Problem. Just a loose fitting for now, because then if I do have the need to actually plug in, which we will have, because this thing runs out of power in within 6 hours. So we'll have to plug in the modem every now and then. I love how I can't, standing here talking about all the cool things we're doing and you can't see shit, so that's cool. There we go. Within the frame, pro streamer. So this giant wobbly mess of wires, we're just gonna unplug that and see if we can squeeze all of this back inside. Which is not great. This is definitely not great. But it's better than, like, this will give me easy access to when I start the stream from the backpack. I mean, this one will be zipped up. This one, it's very crucial for me to have these things in a sense where they're completely compartmentalized from each other. So the modem needs to be for itself, and the encoder needs to be on its own as well. Because this gets very warm, the modem is very heat sensitive, like I said. So I need to make sure that that shit is alright. Let's do that. Then I can reach down. Now that's powered on. And that's very bright. Are those gonna shine through the zipper? Slightly, not really. So that's connected, and it's on. The modem is also on because I had it on. And then there's one device connected, which that way. Everything is reversed here. Hell yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the wire sticking out. But not much I can do about it. I think what I can do is I can just demonstrate real quick with my phone. GG, we're popular. So what I basically wanted to demonstrate is on the phone. I have to remember how this works. You can even see my lovely reflections. So I have the hotspot has its own setup and everything. So once I'm connected to that, I can just open up the browser and go to my encoder. So you can see that we actually have connection to it. And we're just flashing some IP addresses. Hey, Catrell. And yeah, I basically have all my settings for the encoder in here and all of the fun stuff. And the same thing with reliable chat. Just log in with whatever. You can see Control is saying yo in chat, woo, and I can see all my chat history and everything. Wait, that's the opposite way. And I have my macros and everything. This is how I read chat when I'm out and about. So yeah, but all I wanted to demonstrate is that we actually have the encoder here. Whoops. Everything is backwards. Burn, bye bye burn. And if I were to start it up, it would probably start up and nothing would happen because there's nothing plugged into the encoder right now because you're watching through the camera from my PC instead. So that's how I remote control everything in a backpack. But that also means, like right now we have a fucking jumpy mess of wires. I think this is what I'm gonna end up doing with it. Like I'm gonna have the battery stuck here because it will let me quickly reconfigure when I need power for the modem. I just plug it into either one of these. So that's sorted. Obviously wire management is gonna be a thing. That way everything seems pretty nice. It seems pretty compact. Like if I'm not having anything else in the backpack, I can tie everything down. Let me zoom out so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So if I'm not having anything else in the backpack, I can tie this down so that it's like locked and compact. Like that doesn't get much better to me. So that these outer pockets just becomes like it's the only pockets. Then it becomes very stiff, which is good because you don't want too much flex on wires. Obviously the next thing I'm gonna have to worry about is an encoder cable. So what shoulder would this be on? So if I have the wires coming up like this, I'll be having the HDMI cable coming up to my right shoulder. And I'm not sure if we want that. Because I've switched it over so the camera is actually on my left shoulder. For several reasons. One of the reasons is that I'm actually right-handed. So that every time I do something where I take a drink of water or something, it would be with my right hand. So I would be blocking the camera. Secondly, when we're walking outside, we're walking on the left side of the road. And if the camera's on the right shoulder, you'll feel like you're getting run over by traffic because of the camera angle. Any thoughts? Like, what would you guys prefer? Left or right shoulder? What do you think? I love we've done both, on and off. Don't give a fuck? Okay. Oh, right. I keep forgetting you guys have that. Well, not forgetting, but like, I'm not very good at abbreviations or acronyms. Pretty bad at those. Pretty bad at those. Let me do this. Look at that, I have shorts on today. Woo! Because I just got those. Hello? Am I upside down? Nope. Yes, I actually am upside down on you guys' end. That's so weird. Why are we upside down? Wrong one. How do I flip that? Pro streamer. Like that. That's so weird. So I'm wearing this other lovely thing that I got today, which lets me drink water anywhere, which is cool. I'm just testing all the things out. So I don't know. Let's see how this feels. I think that works. It's not super heavy on my shoulders. And click. Clickety clacks. Whoops. So what I'm gonna try and figure out is where we're gonna mount the camera. Like, I'm thinking it's a good idea to have it on the left because this thing is on the right. If that makes sense. So like having this mounted on the left would probably be better. Otherwise they're just gonna keep clashing. Sorry, Mike. So warm in here, it's crazy. I mean, that's not going anywhere. And then obviously this is my left shoulder. This is so the image is probably mirrored because it's the DSLR, not DSLR, but like the digital camera. So this is actually my left side, and this is the right side. As you can see, the straps are very loose, but I think that's gonna change a lot when I get actual weight on it. Maybe either that or the straps need to be those long straps, many straps here. There we go. It's so weird, this thing, because like, I don't know if you can tell, but it has like a, you have to like extend it, which is kind of cool, and then you just grab it and then you have to bite on it. And it's kind of difficult. Yeah, bite too. So yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good place for the camera. It also feels like it might get to be more stable. It's actually, it also seems like it's actually level right now, but that's probably an illusion. Also, hi Monkey Bananas. Monkey Bananas. So I think the next thing on my agenda is cable management, and then, I mean, we could even wire everything up and then take it for a quick spin if you guys want. Go for a walk, see how much it's wobbling when I'm walking, and you know, like, what does the camera angle feel like? I just used my hydration pack for this AM for 2 hours. Oh, nice. I just got the hydration pack today, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Don't mind the mess in the background, it's just me having a lot of shit. As in, like, I have a lot of fun stuff lying around we need to take care of, but that's cool. I'm so confused because the camera, like, the cam link itself is upside down. So now what you're seeing is actually like facing the right way. I'm so confused. What do you do for rain? Right now I actually don't have anything for rain. So that's a problem. But one thing that was suggested was to, you know, those plastic bags almost you put on top of yourself. One of those. So yeah, what we got going here is this new backpack. Oh, this didn't stay, did it? Did it slide down? Is that what happened? Or is it actually how far down it had to go? That's wild. So this is the new setup, or new backpack I should say. Modem is up here, encoder and battery down here. But yeah, it would be nice to have some kind of plastic coating that you can pop on top of this, so that like no water is gonna run inside and all of that fun stuff. But what I'm gonna have to do if we're gonna take this for a spin outside is I'm gonna have to disable this camera that you guys are looking through, because I need the capture card. So what we will do before we do anything of that is probably cable management and fix this lovely pile of garbage we've made here. I'm just gonna power this off. Should be powered off by now. But yeah, we need to figure out what to do for rain, because there's no way we're going to be able to do that entire walk without it raining. So there's that. Who knows? Maybe I need to spray paint some wires green as well so they blend in with the backpack. I think that would be cool. So they don't like stick out crazy. Stick out like crazy. Yay, cable management, yay! Give it a bit of slack. I want us to flip that real bad. That's fine. That seems like a good amount of slack. Let me get the cable tie. Yoink. Don't want to bend it too much because it's kind of like, I know it sounds dumb, but it's kind of like your garden hose. If you bend it too much, you might break some of the copper and disconnect it. You don't want that. That's bad. Very bad. Gives bad connection. Don't want to tie them too tight. Especially not because I only have scissors to get rid of it, so avert your eyes if you care about me ruining a pair of scissors. Fingers too big for scissors. Chop chop. Without cutting fingers and wires, hopefully. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, like, you know, when you go to a festival, you get those like rain cover thingies you can use. That's kind of what we were thinking for that. So that looks a lot better already with the cable management there. So this will sit all the way up here. Like that. This one will just like push gently down inside. I don't want to tie this cable because it's nice being able to move shit around. Don't scratch the lens on that camera, that would be awful. It's nice with a bit of space up here. That's gonna rub up against that cable. That might end up damaging a port. That's not good. That's not gonna last for a long time, that's for sure. Also, you can get Velcro stickers for these things, so that's kind of cool. So we could probably get like custom-made Velcro stickers that would fit on the backpack. I think that would be cool. So if I ever need to power this thing on, I'm not gonna tie up this cable because having the length of this cable for when I'm normally using it at home. Like normally if we go for short streams, I don't even bring the charger for the modem because I know any streams that's less than 6 hours, we don't have that issue of having to power it. So I'm not too worried about that. So there's that. I wonder. You need to be careful with doing that. Wondering is dangerous. Sometimes you get ideas. I get to be on the other side of the Ethernet cable. It's just gonna be our messy little secret. I actually forgot to take some stuff out of the old backpack now that I remember. So just 1 second for that. Because in the old backpack, which is made for cameras and stuff, so it's super great for some of the things we've been doing. Or maybe I already didn't. So in these compartments, let me move that over here. These compartments back here, I had charging wires. So I would have like a 12-volt cable, USB-C and a USB micro or mini or whatever they're called. I can't remember. And then that would just be it. I think we got everything out of it though, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, these backpacks are great. Also because they have, like, you have the ability to attach a tripod on the side here. On the side of the backpack, and as well as these mesh bags. Those are great for, like, those work perfectly for ventilating the modem. Good investment. Nothing wrong with that bag at all, but it's just not big enough for what we're doing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and put on the backpack again and see where this camera, because I feel like the camera slid down before when we did that. Oops. So this is going to be the difficult part, is adjusting the camera so it sits right on the on the strap, the shoulder strap. I didn't realize how far down it was. Yay, Velcro ASMR, you're welcome. I can definitely tell, whoops, sorry, punching the microphone and all of that fun stuff. Can definitely tell that these straps are wider. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw you guys on the BelaBox screen, and then I'm gonna wire up the input for the camera real quick. Oh, that's perfect. There's like a tiny little hitch thing on the shoulder strap that I can put the wire through. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna do that. You guys are gonna go on the BelaBox screen, and then we'll take it from there. We'll be right back. At least that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like after the last few we had, it kind of died down a lot. So it's probably moved slightly north.
Miss Ellen asks, says I missed the show D.
I saw that one on the edge of my eye. I was like, fuck, I didn't catch that one with the camera. Fuck.
Any dead bodies in here?
Oh, maybe we can find a sewer gator down here. Figure something out. I feel like it should be possible to figure something out.
Desire Selena 77 says looks amazing. Are you guys having fun?
I'm having a lot of fun. Definitely. So we've been just trying to orientate here. That island that you see in the center, in the middle here.
TV says I did some paintings on Friday. Shocked face.
Oh, you did paintings? Nice. So there's an island just in the center there. That's, I forgot what it's called, but we've been standing on the opposite side.
Just subscribed for 3 months in a row. PogJam.
Thank you for the resub, boo.
Desire
Welcome back.
77 says where are you right now?
So right now we're standing, well, it's Denmark, first of all. We're standing on Jylland, and we're looking back at the big island that you see in front of us, where there's some boats over there, and there's like a hill up top, and there's some stuff. That is an island called Fyn. That's the island where I live. And then there's a tiny island off to the edge here, in between the big long mainland area. There's a tiny island. I don't think it's inhabited, so that's pretty cool. I honestly can't remember if what we're seeing right in front of us is an island as well. And then you have a massive,
77 says so pretty.
a massive factory. I think it's a power plant. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's nice down here. And the weather this weekend is going to be absolutely amazing.
My years in the mess, sweetie, so I will be lurking. I just wanted to throw some love your way. How is my fave Danish doing?
I'm doing quite good. And thank you so much, everyone. I hope you get better. It really sucks being sick. It does. I'm going to try and zoom in and see if you guys can see. Because like there's an opening in the trees on the opposite side here, and there's like a mound of dirt, and on top of that there's a few trees. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on it. And by doing that, I also need to like look at my remote desktop for a second, because I can't see what the camera's actually seeing. I zoomed in on a stick. That's cool. It looks kind of blurry from here. Then again, like it's not easy to do something that you can, like, I can barely see it in real life. I'm trying to stabilize. It's like you see the big open like clay area. You can walk on top of that, and then you can take a path to the right from there all the way over to the open area. There's like a huge open grassy area, and then there's a huge mound of dirt. That mound of dirt in the 1600s was a huge castle. Zooming back out, hell yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty good for zoom, nice. Yeah, I don't have, sometimes when I switch apps on the phone I lose chat, so that's why you didn't hear your last message, but I have it replayed on Twitch, so I can, not Twitch, on Discord, so I can go back and look at it. Almost like want to take off my shoes and go like, put my feet in this lovely water.
You have joined channel Tranquiliza as Tranquiliza.
I'm back in chat, hell yeah. What time is it? It's...
Desire Selena 77 says, time.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So 2 p.m.
Now we're up here.
Wow, we're super good at getting lost.
Yeah. Hi.
It's our trade.
I stream. That's very on
I
brand.
mean, if you don't want me accidentally pointing the camera at you, you can just like, you can get a backpack. Then they can look at me being funny.
Okay.
Weird looking.
Okay. Okay, it's still attached to you.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just give me a sec.
This is just a backpack.
Yeah, it's the
It's not It blends right in.
It actually does. Now you're attached to. Is it comfortable?
It's just a backpack.
Yeah, but like, is it comfortable?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna, you know what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna get tangled up in this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna break it.
How many times do you think I've done that? Well, you can't break it because it'll just unplug itself.
My hair is also gonna be like, this is gonna be like a chroma hair string.
Hair flip.
Hair flip.
Hair flip the camera.
That was probably super awkward. Hey, look, it's Trank.
Oh my god, I need that, right? That's like a...
That's for sure.
Chroma Karina. Walt Skyler's TPS sound. Handful.
The mom friend with the water question. Like looking at it, I feel like we're so close, but like I'm not sure if it bends the other ways when we get further, so I'm just gonna call it here. I'll take a picture of it. If I can click stuff on my phone, hello?
Skylar eclipses. Because I am the mom friend of the group, actually face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Cool. Cool. And then we'll cover up the whole.
Walt TTS has you figured out.
TTS knows everything. I feel like even like it's so random who gets what voice.
Skylar eclipses. LMAO.
But it's been spot on for most of the people. I'm amazed that it hasn't popped yet. This one has though.
Chroma Karina. You're the mom friend, and I'm the sarcastic bitch. Although I think it doesn't get Sonoma because he doesn't strike me as the emo.
I'd probably look normal in China, like also running around with a camera all the time.
Probably.
I'm all out of breath. Like how far above sea level are we, do you know? Either that or it's just because the air in New York is like 10% oxygen compared to the rest of the world. Oh, this is pretty cool. Oh wow. The Belvedere.
This is my castle.
Oh. Well, welcome home. The copper roof. It's a shame there's so many people on the other ledge because there's a nice view there.
Yeah. There's a lake down there.
We can go to the lake then. Unless you're like tired of walking. Where are we now? At the red pin? So we're looking over the great
Yeah,
lawn,
the turtle pond is right down there.
an obelisk. It's not a lake, it's a reservoir.
Yeah, it's a lot less interesting.
It's just like a rainwater collection area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Hi.
Yeah. It's a lot bigger than the pond I used to fish in.
Yeah.
It's also full of algae. This is a nice view though.
Inglemoor Julian said, scene successfully switched to live.
Nice.
Chroma Karina said, Chroma 12XD.
This feels surprisingly nice. I think the camera's pointed a bit odd. Maybe. Go for like a proper hike. I think we're tilted slightly to the right. And then I think this needs to be
Misty
turned
16X said, less than 3 chroma.
like that. That seems good. Seems very nice. How stable is the camera? Does it feel super unstable compared to the walking, or is it good? Hi Misty, by the way. We're just testing out some new stuff.
Cosmo Jager said, B. Inglemoor Julian said, current bitrate 6183 kilobits per second, RTT 138 milliseconds.
So the only thing I have is currently the backpack is fitted to a full, well, almost a full skin of water, so to speak, and with no jacket and anything.
Misty 16X said, I really like this garden wall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice little neighborhood, this one. But yeah, we just set out the new backpack because I was impatient and I kind of wanted to do it today, because then it's ready for when I need it on Friday, probably. When we go do some IRL stuff on Friday. Only thing I'm missing right now is battery for the camera. Everything else is actually mounted as I think it's gonna end up being. Oh yeah, that's another good reason why I should have the HDMI on the left, is because my other camera is actually the inputs are on the left, or outputs. So the big test is going to be whether the modem is going to overheat where it is right now, which I could be worried about. But like walking with it, it feels super stable. Like it's not jumping up and down on my back, which is good, because that prevents me from getting rashes. Which is real nice. and I dig the camo. Camo is cool. So long story short, the stream we did Saturday was a test for and like preparation for a charity stream. Charity stream is gonna be in week 29. I think I've decided on that now. And now
Karina said, "Hi, Misty."
Now I am guilty of not knowing when week 29 is, like date-wise. So that's fun, because I can't remember. I just know it's week 29 because it's the first week of my vacation. Look at that sunset though. Oh, what's left of it.
Misty 16X said, June 29th, Tuesday.
Yeah. So it's not just gonna be one day, it's gonna be an entire week. I'm planning on, I think, yeah, I've already locked it in. It's 7 days. So it's gonna be from Monday that week, because I need the weekend for prep. So it's gonna be from Monday till Sunday. And we're gonna walk as far as we can. So I'm planning on the first 5 days that we'll end up going about 137 kilometers in the first 5 days, approximately. Which is pushing it a lot. But with all the prep,
Misty 16X said, "Light camping out."
yeah, pretty much. I'm still not quite sure with, like I haven't planned that part yet with overnight stays and all of that. The big thing is I can't just do camping as such, even though that would be the best way to go, but we need to be able to charge on the way. Like I know at a campground it's possible to charge. But we could also, if I do it right, because we're gonna build in about 2 hours break every day at about noon due to health reasons, because walking in the sun just after noon is some of the worst things you can do, just because of how powerful the sun is at that point. So during those 2 hours we could recharge some of the things. I do believe that I am able of I'm capable of charging the main battery while keeping the stream running. But the thing is, at that point we're going to be fixed in a position then. While that happens, that might not be a bad thing though. So they've started building up these storage areas around the country. I've seen them several places now, not just here, where they store these large pipes. I'm not sure what they're actually for. Haven't really heard about anything. But yeah, how do you guys find the angle of the camera and the motion of the camera, everything? Is there anything that's like, ooh, that's just horrible? Or is it all right?
Misty16X said, "It's great in my opinion."
Cool. That means we pretty much nailed it first try then. PPE must be worn all time. It's a construction site. Social distance. Heavy equipment operating. Okay. The Baltic Pipe Project. Why do I get this strange feeling that the Baltic Pipe Project has something to do about oil? Or gas. Baltic Pipe Project. Hey Google, what is the Baltic Pipe Project?
According to Wikipedia, the Baltic states, also known as the Baltic countries, Baltic republics, or simply the Baltics, is a geopolitical term, typically used to group the three sovereign states on the eastern coast of the Baltic Sea, Estonia, Latvia.
Hey Google, what is the Baltic Pipe Project?
According to Wikipedia, the Baltic Pipe is under construction natural gas pipeline between the Norwegian sector of the North Sea and Poland.
Okay. So it's not far off. That's why I've seen it all over the country. So basically it's a gas pipeline. That's good to know. Cool. Now we know why this is here. So they're basically just distributing the pipe before they have to dig it into the ground, I guess? That's kind of cool. But like, it seems very excessive. Like, who's gonna run up here and steal the pipes? They have super sick security gear here. Like, that's a solar power unit they have right there. Like, the security gear itself is probably worth more to steal than the pipes. And like, you can't just run off with a pipe like that. Like, there's no way. Each pipe probably weighs about like 10 ton. If not more. Like, yeah, it's probably some heavy duty steel if it's gonna be a gas pipeline. So I guess there's a lot of steel in it, but still. And then you have super cool off the grid monitoring equipment that I'm probably making struggle right now with my equipment, because I'm also, you know, I don't know if they're sending on the same frequencies as I am. They probably have their own antenna. I want one of those. I want one of those. Anyways. So far, so good. Stream hasn't crapped out, as far as I know. There might have been a few hiccups, but that's just the usual with this equipment. The backpack feels nice to walk with. The road is uneven. The sun looks cool, or the sky looks cool. I can't see the sun. And it doesn't feel super heavy walking around with it, even though I have all the, like, I've been drinking some of the water, but I'd hazard a guess that we still have about 2 liters of water. So all of that considered, and I have the regular amount of equipment with my backpack, say it's not too bad. I'm gonna dig this. This is gonna be good, because this is gonna help an awful lot with tension in the upper torso from long walks. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Nice. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna start heading back. And then I'll probably finish the last few pieces off stream. All I need to do is fit in the last battery and a wire for that. Might have to specially order some wire that fits because the length needs to be a bit longer than when it was in the other backpack. I think the battery is secured nicely. Like I can fucking flail without anything like flying around. Could probably run as well. At that point the camera's jumping, but that's just because the backpack is not heavy enough at this point. That's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hell yeah. And now I don't have an excuse to stay hydrated because I'll always have water with me. Nice. Very nice. Whoops. Should we send a raid? Ooh, who are we gonna raid? I'm just scrolling through my list. I see Theo is on. I mean, we could just raid Theo, right? That's an easy choice. So if you're still around, Chroma, could you do the honors? I don't really have much more to do today, other than just call it a day pretty much. Need a shower, but I can't really do that on stream. I mean, I probably could, but I also feel like that would probably end badly.
Cosmo Jager said, B. Kingalpur Julian said, current bitrate 6,428 kilobits per second, RTT 140 milliseconds.
Very nice.
Cosmo Jager said, Raid Theodora Styles.
I think that works. I'm honestly not sure, but either way, thank you guys who have been here for hanging out, even though it's like a short and impromptu stream out of nowhere. I really appreciate it. Let's see. It's actually not too bad. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys around.